Premium account on Twitter is required to create live broadcasts.
Weird.
Okay, so Mike, here's oh, we're live, aren't we? Okay, great. Are we live?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. Hey, what's happening? That was weird. Caught me reading some some notes in the background. Welcome. We are live in full effect. Uncle Rick, how you doing, my friend?
Dude, listen, these last few weeks have been fantastic. Some of my most favorite moments in DeFi has been with MSS over the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I'm not surprised by that because we're gonna jump into that, especially if you look at the chart that's in the background. Crypto Mike, do you see what's going on in the background? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, doing well. Also enjoying the MSS train right now. We've gotten a really nice steady stream of buys and lots of stakes. And you can tell that sentiment is turning really positive on MSS. Lots of community videos coming out. So it's going in the right direction. Happy with it.
So am I. Man, it's been a long time since we can actually say for the last, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks now, there's something to be excited about in this space. There's something about green candles that changes your whole mood and sentiment in a lot of communities. It makes you
Oh,
feel
yeah.
better the fact that you start making money. Like that's what we're here for. Like building relationships, learning more about crypto, potentially changing our financial future by way of making some additional USDC dollar sign. Like that's kind of why I'm here for. And the tech is also cute. So let me just throw that in there. But anyway, let's get into what we're here for. Mint, stake, share. We've got to
Yep.
start with the man at the
MSS.
top, right? We got to start with the man at the top. We have a dev that is deving. Uncle Rick, how do you
Very
feel about
important.
a dev that's deving nowadays?
Dude, come on now. Like, shoot, what were we talking for about an hour prior to going live about this? Listen, we've been part of communities and projects where devs are just missing in action, or they take 3 minutes to do something, which translates into 2 years. And it's just like, seriously, we wait and wait and wait and hope and hope and hope. And now we have a dev in a project who, if an issue pops up, boom, he's on it, he's fixing it. If he's working on something because he just wants to make it a little bit better and he thinks of an idea that's going to make MSS even better, boom, he's on it. We have a dev that devs, and I've coined the term for him, dev magic, because he's working his dev
Dev
magic
magic.
when he's behind the scenes and he's out there engaging in the community and stuff. And it's just like, dude, when you have a leader that is active, that is committed, and that is willing to put in the work, and the guy barely sleeps, so he's working around the clock.
Yeah.
When you have a leader like that, it's hard not to get fired up to follow that leader down the path of wherever we're headed. And right now, this dev magic, it's taking us to the freaking moon. Like, I am so fired up about the future of MSS.
Yeah, he is a
So
man
am
of the
I.
people, man. He is always in the chat, asking for people's opinions on things, taking suggestions, and then those suggestions. I mean, he takes them really seriously, and then within 24 hours, we have some really bullish changes. So that's very, very good to see. Very reassuring. He really cares about the future of this protocol, and he's willing to do what he needs to make it work. And I mean, what more can you ask for in a dev, right?
Yeah, not much more than that. I mean, because I don't know how technical these things are. For my mind, they probably are extremely technical. To think about all of the different inputs and the feedback he gets from the community, and then processes that information in his mind, maybe after conversations with a few other folks that are part of his team, and then to take the concept and code it and then have it done within 24, 48 hours, that is some dev magic, right?
Yeah.
Because in
Dude,
the past, a lot of these changes, the perception is these things take time.
3 more
And
minutes.
yeah, or even months, or it's ready when it's ready. And people are like,
Yeah.
well, just be patient with the process. It's like, no, man, that's not life. Life used to be a marathon. Now, in my mind, there are a series of short sprints, right? We need to get to the next destination as soon as possible, consume the knowledge, and then to the next one. So the fact that he is moving at the speed that crypto moves, which is lightning fast, that is dev magic. We got people that are moving at a snail's pace in crypto that moves lightning fast. That doesn't jive. So
Yeah.
continue to work your dev magic, my friend. I appreciate that.
Every time I think of the word dev magic, I think of the song Strange Magic by ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. And so every time I say dev magic or someone says it, I'm thinking of that song in my head and the lyrics that go to it and the notes and stuff. And so someone out there, someone talented has to do something for me, like replace those words with dev magic so we can get a little bit of an anthem going for Aaron. He'll love it. He loves those things.
Yeah, shoot us a DM, leave it in the comments, make
That
sure,
would be
and
funny.
we'll reach out to you. That'd be super dope. Perhaps we've got some MSS we can give you. How about that? Throw that out there. All right, dev
Oh,
magic. Anything else we want to cover on the devs? I think we're good there.
I think between this and the AMA we had a couple weeks ago with him, where I touched on it, and you, KK, Mike, and I, we've discussed this before, but the fact that he had a solid reputation already from bomb
good
money,
Yeah.
he's got a history of success in DeFi, a history of hard work, a history of commitment, a history of building something and building a solid platform and building a community. So all of that, when you add what we're talking about here with the willingness to get in on things and fix things and engage and stuff like that, dev magic. I mean, even though it might be silly at times when you first hear it, but when you actually think about it, like it is kind of magical when you have somebody in any walk of life that is that committed and works that hard.
yeah.
It's kind of like me on the runway in my modeling days. In my Speedos, KK, where I stuffed the front of them to intimidate others.
I was trying not to
boy.
create the image in my mind. Oh, God. Thanks for going full throttle, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. So, I mean, that leans right into a dedicated dev and a growing community, but we're also saying a dedicated community, which is obviously growing. And I think a lot of that starts at the top, right? When you've got a dev that is really engaged with the community. Like, there's never a time I go into Telegram and I don't see a series of messages or replies from Aaron. Right? How frequently is a dev that is as busy as he is, that's still that engaged in the community chats and then in the team chat, and still find times to update his smart contract with these new added features, right? That's amazing. And I think what happens is it's contagious, because when you see the dev going hard in the paint, you also want to contribute with the same velocity and vigor.
Yep.
Right. So we want to go hard in the paint. So if he asked us to do something, we want to make sure we turn it around as quickly as possible and play our part. So that's why the community is constantly expanding, and more importantly, dedicated and trust this dev to get things done. I'm just excited with where we're at in the space, man.
Yeah, I mean, his bullishness alone on his own project is really getting a lot of other YouTubers excited. A lot of people who are maybe kind of sitting on the sidelines, maybe were kind of unsure of it, are now seeing how involved this dev is and how much he truly wants his platform to succeed. And I think it's kind of invigorating some of the old drippers who had kind of tossed MSS aside, are now starting to see it in a much more positive light.
Yeah, Mike,
That's a good
and
point.
you touched on it before too, the fact that you've got more people out there making videos, from big influencers to just starting out in the influencing game, and they want to make videos, they want to engage with the MSS community, and it's become fun not only in the TG chats, but leaving comments on different videos, or even on Twitter where things are popping when we post tweets and stuff. So there's an excitement growing. There's a buzz that's been going since we came out a few weeks ago. And then on top of that, there's a buzz and excitement about the future. And that is kind of, the main point of this, our time here today, is to really just talk about the few things that make MSS such a bright future, right? And we've talked about the dev magic. We talked about a dedicated and growing community, from the dev to the team to the people in the community who are excited and just want to be a part of the success, and then to help it succeed. And then you get to the actual work that's being done, right? And I think this is what's really taken MSS to another level, right? If we think back to over the last week, and then the AMA on Thursday, where he talked about another change, which is the swap, and we'll let Mike get into that in a second. I feel like that I could feel like more intensity coming from those that are excited, right? Once he made this swap change, it was like, oh shoot, we got another significant change within, a week. And now these changes aren't just going to benefit us for the present, they're benefiting us for the future. Oh, and wait, they're benefiting us with referrals. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the that new swap feature, super bullish. I mean, to implement a burn with referral bonuses, that's a very powerful combo right there. That can keep people talking about this platform for a long time, I think.
Well, and Max said it in one of his recent videos. Moonshot Max, shout out to our homie. He talked about it. He's like, I've never seen anything like this before with a
Yeah,
swap
very unique concept.
where you have referrals and a burn. He's like, I've never seen it before. He's like, this is super bullish. Everybody thinks it's bullish. I mean, Mike can testify.
What's not bullish about it? It's inarguable.
You can testify to this in the team chat. When the idea first came up, he's talking to us about it. We were so fired up, we couldn't get anything else done. Mike's like, I can't even sit down right now.
I literally could not sit down. Yeah. I mean, to be this early in a platform where the dev is already thinking about keeping the supply and the inflation under control, that's huge, because most of the time in DeFi, you have to wait until you have an inflation problem to then start coming up with solutions to address the inflation. Here, we're already starting with someone who has that on his mind, and that is very, very positive, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mike.
I totally agree.
KK, can you take us to the swap page real quick, and then Mike can kind of just give us a few more details about this. I know there's a lot of other videos out there where they've gone over this, but just a real quick recap on why this is so bullish for the community and the project.
Yeah, so now there's a native swap feature. So anybody can come on over to the swap MSS page on MSS here. And separate from the flus.xyz, it's a native swap. And the really bullish thing about this is, again, like we've been saying, 1% from any amount that you enter here goes to a buy and burn, which it always helps to keep that supply under control. And then 2% goes up to your referral above you. So share that link. You share that link, and not only are you going to earn referrals, but you're also going to be doing something bullish for the platform as a whole, which is getting that 1% buy and burn in there. And this is just the first of many features that I'm sure Aaron is going to implement to tackle inflation or potential inflation. I mean, the way that this is going, maybe this will never have an inflation problem, or it'll be minuscule compared to what we've seen in other platforms. You never know, but I can certainly say that this is a step in the right direction. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
And the other piece of it is, not only is it, the buy and burn feature, but the 2% referral. Like,
yes.
what other mediums do we use in DeFi to really market, right? There is no TV ads. There is no radio ads. It's really short infomercials from influencers in the space. And people are motivated by money. Let's just be really honest, right?
Okay.
So now we've given them an incentive to be motivated to continue to make content outside of all these other amazing features and the dev and the community, which in my opinion are probably the top 2 or 3 pillars of a successful token in general: community, dev, and tokenomics. You've got to have these influencers. So now, influencers, you've got motivation to wake up and produce content on an amazing product and a ground floor opportunity. What more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, and in this 2% referral kind of takes a little bit of risk off the table for those referees. I mean, you're getting straight B&B straight to your
Yeah.
wallet. You don't have to convert it. You don't have to do anything. That's just B&B into your wallet. Bullish, bullish, bullish for sure.
And we talked on this before, but it's worth mentioning it again. Who does not love waking up, checking out their Rabby wallet? Yes, I said Rabby because it's the best wallet. Who does not love waking up, looking at that Rabby wallet and saying, "Oh, look at all these BNB coins coming to my wallet from these referrals." Like, listen, it is motivating. So there was a big, push in the beginning for people making videos, get in, stake, mint, all that stuff. And people were just loving all the referrals and stuff. Now you get a third opportunity for referrals. And these opportunities don't just go away at any given time, except obviously with mint, you're not going to get anything with the mint price higher. But the flip side to that is there's no new coins being minted. So that's still a positive for the community. Point is, like KK just said, get out there, make some damn videos, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree. And if you don't have the time or the desire, or sometimes it takes courage to really put yourself out there and be heard, it's real simple to make a tweet, right? Because that's
Yes.
behind a screen, and just
Tweet
do
that
that,
shit.
or
Let's
like
go.
one, or reply, or what is it, retweet and quote it, whatever. Those things are very simple and very, easy to do. It takes less than like 5 seconds to do that stuff. Yeah, it just does. Because
Yeah.
we all
And
know different people, right?
yes.
We all
Yeah,
know different
definitely.
people.
Well, and the great thing is, in addition to the SWAT, the week prior we had the entire solution implemented in regards to when you claim, that claim amount is subtracted or deducted from what you have left in your deposits, right? And everybody was
Deposit.
excited about that. That was great for sustainability. That was the first big step we had going there. Great, awesome. So a week later, he does another big step. But also, let's not forget that wasn't the only thing he did. And Mike can explain this a little bit further. But the other thing he did was the 7-day max accumulation for the rewards.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's really good. So basically, in a nutshell, it's you have to take one action, whether it's a compound or claim, within 7 days. And if you let your account go past 7 days, nothing bad happens. You don't lose anything. You just don't accumulate any more rewards past those 7 days. And in my opinion, that is a super, super strong move. People just kind of, when these platforms go live, people just kind of go crazy opening up a ton of wallets because they're not really sure what the future is going to hold. They think they're just going to kind of abuse the system like Drip people did with Drip. But here, now you have a feature that kind of nullifies a good amount of those. Some people will still go in and compound those every day or set them to a bot wallet or whatever, but significantly cuts down on the amount of potential inflation that those accounts that were just stacking up rewards for weeks and months at a time. Now you have to sign in every 7 days. You have to do at least one compound or one claim. And I think it's a really, really good move. Very smart.
It's just another example of a commitment and dedication from the dev and the team to working towards long-term sustainability, right? That's on everybody's minds, and everybody wants this to succeed. And everybody knows, for the most part, from experiences with other ROI dApps that ended up dying one way or another, long-term sustainability is key. So we have some features on the site and within the platform that are helping with that. And then we have the next point, KK, in regards to just a little bit of a tease, because you can't give away any concrete details yet. But I can honestly say there are some people out there who are looking into building more utilities for MSS. So
Yep.
this can't be overlooked, right? This is something that is a significant thing within the community, and just within anybody who believes in MSS. Like, for long-term sustainability, we will also need some utility, correct? Right. And
Sure.
especially with this kind of platform, and how the utility is built, that is based on, you know, each individual dev and stuff, whatever their project may be. But the point of this is there are people already discussing things about how to build for MSS. This is an exciting thing. This is another point in the 5 points that we've brought today to say MSS has a bright future. We are on a path right now where we are laying down the groundwork to long-term success, whether it's other devs talking about building and reaching out to us, whether it's the Warriors looking into building stuff for MSS, whether it's in-house looking to build for MSS. The fact that there are discussions already going this early into the existence of MSS is just like Mike said in the previous segment. It's all bullish. Like this is crazy. This is awesome, and this is why I get fired up. I wake up in the middle of the night because insomnia is not my friend. But when I wake up from insomnia and I roll over cursing the world, I start thinking about MSS, and then it brings a smile to my face. Then I'm happy. Then I'm like, you know what, insomnia, you're not going to get the best of me today because I got MSS and I got a bright future with MSS and I got a great opportunity here to be a part of a great team and to be an investor in a great platform. Like, what else can you ask for, right, guys?
And it's so early. I mean, so early that this platform is only a couple weeks old. Like these implementations are so ahead of the game, and the current price point is so easy for new investors to get in. Fairly low risk, of course. You know, not financial advice. Doing your own research, but right now for 5 cents, the potential that you can see from a platform that's structuring itself this way so early in the game, the potential is very, very big, very big. And if we get lined up with the beginning of the bull market here, you're looking at some serious gains coming from MSS.
Yeah, and let's stay with the building on MSS. What's encouraging is that you've got so many people interested in building for it just in general. Like how many people typically run to a relatively new project and say, "Hey, how can I help? I want to contribute to the expansion and the scaling of MSS." With just 2 to 4 weeks in, like, live, I'm saying in production, but literally live. That's amazing. So again, it goes back to the potential, the dev, the community, and the fact that it is winning. Like I made a point, you know, off screen that I've got a watch list, right? I think all of us do. And on that watch list, everything was down today with the exception of MSS, right? And we kind of expect that over the weekend, but the fact that we've got these new features and the fact that we've got a pipeline of products and future devs and other teams interested in building for MSS is letting people know, you know what, this price at some point is going to be higher than it is today. It's probably a good idea to get in now. So people are buying more MSS because they realize it's fairly affordable and the sky's the limit. So it's a good sign with all of these things pointing in the right direction. I think that if we stay locked in, the community specifically and the dev, and we deliver on these commitments, which is where most communities in crypto fail. They make all of these grand plans and none of them get implemented. If we are able to execute against our plan and continue to have success, this thing will be game changing in the next bull cycle. It just will be. It's going to be game changing. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say that Aaron isn't starting from scratch with this. He's starting from experience. You know, he's had a tremendous amount of experience in DeFi, and the numbers that a lot of people saw from Bomb, you know, getting 30 to 40% daily. I think he was showing there in the chat. I mean, ridiculous gains going on right there. So, I mean, if he brings some of that Bomb dev magic to MSS, man, we're in real good position right now.
And that's, you know, speaking of building for MSS, like, and our last point, and this will actually be discussed even further on Thursday with the community AMA on the MSS YouTube channel. which you guys should have already subscribed. But if you have not, make sure you head over there and you subscribe to the MSS official YouTube channel. And on this Thursday, Aaron's going to be talking about the expansion to base. And that is huge because for many reasons, okay? But some of the key reasons is it opens up to a whole nother world of users, right? It's not just people here on Binance. And that also means it could open up for future development for MSS. It doesn't have to just be here on Binance. And so that's what people have to also realize, like this opportunity to go to base. And here's the thing, like if we have success on Binance and base, who's to think that we can't find a third chain to go to and expand there as well? If we're doing so well with 2, what's to stop us from going to 3, right? As long as it makes sense. Yes, as long as it makes sense and it's a chain that works with what we're trying to accomplish. Like this is opening a huge opportunity for MSS and people investing in the platform and people who want to build for the platform. Like it can't be overstated enough. This base chain expansion is going to be huge. One way or another, it's going to be huge.
I agree.
Yeah.
And with Coinbase having like 9.5 million active users on a monthly basis, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
Huge. And one thing that we haven't really touched on, but Aaron is getting a new partnership like every week. There are other dApps, other RPC providers, you know, other businesses within the DeFi space that Aaron has relationships with from BOM and new ones that he is creating now with MSS. So this is someone that not only knows the importance of actually deving, but also knows the importance of creating partnerships and alliances. And it's a really bullish all around. Especially with this base chain expansion, I can just imagine that once we get to base chain, there's going to be a whole new slew of partnerships that are going to come out of that as well.
Absolutely. And marketing, don't forget that. Like that's there's going to be a marketing effort as well once we go to base. You know, there's been a couple people asking here and there, what about marketing? But that actually has died down since the first couple days when a lot of people, it's almost just like, you know, you get the same comments when people first join, when marketing, when Lambo, when $1 million, when this, when that, right? But you're not hearing a lot of that anymore right now in MSS chats and stuff. Like people are actually like, oh, wow, look, another stake. Let's celebrate this. Another buy. Let's celebrate this. Like there is a real community brewing here. And no, we don't have to have 30,000 wallets to make it seem like we have a diehard community. We have a growing committed community. And that doesn't even include the fact that we're going to expand to another chain. And so listen, if whoever is listening to this right now, if you have not felt optimism about MSS before this video, I cannot fathom any scenario, as long as you have more than 2 brain cells, I cannot fathom any scenario where you do not see this as an optimistic, bright future for MSS. Get fired up.
You're right.
Fired up, man. Fired up.
No, I agree. There's a lot to be excited about, and it's still early. Like we said, it's officially less than a month old still. Just want to make sure I don't overstep. Yeah, less than a month old. And if you look at the chart, it is still up and to the right. And currently the price is less than a nickel. So you're right. It doesn't really cost much just to try it out and get engaged. And you're still earning 2% daily and able to claim 1% daily. So that's still a win. And then if you factor in all the things we just discussed, like the expansion to the base chain, the new added features, the partnerships, the alliances, the dedicated and committed community and dev, that is a recipe for sustainability and success. So if you're still in crypto, specifically these DeFi streets, it is all about taking on a calculated risk, right? And using risk capital. So if you're still, navigating these streets, I don't know what other product is better than base, not base, but MSS expanding the base in the near future. I just don't know. What else are you doing with your money besides providing liquidity? So if you're playing around with these RI dApps, why not try, not financial advice, but why not try MSS?
I mean,
Leave that
those
in the
2%
comments. Yeah.
compounds, those 2% compounds hit hard. I mean, seeing that 2% every day, you can just feel the will in you. It's hard to claim. You just want to keep on compounding. I mean, that's what I feel anyway. When I see that 2%, knowing that I get half of that when I claim, like, nah, I'll just keep on compounding. Thank you very much. Build
And
up
it
that
stings a little
2%.
bit when you claim, right?
Exactly, and that's good. You want that
Yeah.
that feeling of, "Oh, I'm losing out here if I claim." My deposit
Yes.
amount is gonna go down. It's really, really good, and the 2% compounds with the 1% claim makes it really easy to develop a profitable strategy within the compounding and claim, because all those compounds are 2%, but that claim is only 1%. So if you claim 5 days, you've got 10% that you've compounded back in. 1% on that claim doesn't seem so bad. But then when you look at your deposit after building that up so quickly, it does hurt a little bit. But it's definitely,
Yeah.
compounding is the way to win. Compounding is definitely the way to win in this.
I agree. Well, good stuff. I hope you guys got tons of alpha from these gems we dropped, and we'll be seeing you guys a bit more consistently because there's a lot more developing and tons to talk about. And in fact, I think we're interested in having Aaron on a live stream. I think that would be awesome.
That
So
would be
for
great.
those in the comments who want to see that, say, yeah, bring on Aaron, and we'll make sure we negotiate some time and get him on here. All right. Crypto Mike Cuban. Uncle Rick, any parting thoughts for the folks that are listening in?
Stay bullish, guys. It's
Yeah.
rough out there, but MSS makes it easy.
I will say one thing, just pulling back the curtains just a little bit to close this out. It's a Sunday, right? Things are supposed to be slow, at least slower than the rest of the week. We're supposed to relax and all that good stuff, right? Football's coming soon. Like, you just got all these other things when it comes to Sunday. I wake up to Sunday and I've got like so many different messages, whether it's fake errands or it's 25 different people offering their promotional services. But when I wade through all the shit and I get to the golden nuggets, there was a few here that I got this morning. People sending in ideas on how to build for MSS or how to tweak MSS for the success of its future, and then devs reaching out, doing the same thing, right? And so that's just a little bit glimpse behind the scenes here, that there's a consistent interest from people wanting to be a part of building for the long-term success of MSS. So join the team, become part of the family, and let's all work together to make this as successful as we can.
Love it. Well, that's all we got. I appreciate everybody who joined us live. We will see you guys soon. Make sure you like, sub, and comment. And oh, by the way, spread the word about MSS. It's a winner. All right. Take care, everybody. We're out.
Peace out.